Mr. President, distinguished guests, thank you very much for the opportunity to address this audience. My name is Dejan Cvetkovic. I'm a Chief Technology Officer for Microsoft in Central and East Europe. I am a professional engineer. I used to be a professional developer in Microsoft 20 years ago. So you can only imagine the level of my passion when it comes to the adoption of cloud computing in Europe. We heard that there are enormous benefits for cloud usage. That's the savings of time and money. One barrier that I would like to talk about is trust. And I would like to offer 4 different methods that I personally use in order to boost the trust in the cloud. So the first one is, through my job, I have the opportunity to talk to many cloud users or potential cloud users and to many cloud providers, no matter if they're big or small. And when I talk about trust, both to the users and the providers, I encourage the discussion about privacy. I basically think that each cloud provider has to have a simple, short, crisp, clear privacy statement on their website that has 0 legal language. Legal language creates a rejection towards cloud computing. It is crispness, clearness about the privacy statement. As a user, I want to know, how is my data collected? Where is it stored? How is it stored? For what purposes it is used? Is it scanned? Is it data mined? And for what reason? And if I understand what is written there, I can make a call. Do I trust this provider or no? The second one is actually the work that European Commission is doing, and I'd like to thank Commission and Mario especially for the work on the code of conduct for the cloud computing. European Data Protection Directive encourages the adoption of the code of conduct. So it's a very structural approach towards the trust, towards boosting the trust. What are the minimum set of rules, the minimum set of requirements, the minimum of data protection that each and every cloud provider that wants to play in Europe needs to meet in order to negotiate their business, in order to negotiate their offering to the European customers. The third one is, I actually tried to find the scenario that is not directly correlated to the trust in the cloud, to privacy, security, confidentiality. It's still connected to the integrity, which again is probably the most important one. But there is one type of data that is not personal, that is not private, and that is not confidential. And that type of data we call open data. Open data is extremely valuable. Some studies basically say that there is 24 billion euros of data value available annually in the European Union that is not used. Why is open data not used? Because it sits on some old governmental servers. It is in the proprietary format. It's not connected to the internet, and it's not interoperable. Or I would say it resides in some proprietary data formats. But now we have a cloud. We have public cloud that can be a mediator for bringing the power of open data to both application developers and the customers, the users of that open data. Cloud is there to help us bring that data from those proprietary servers and put them in a cloud in a format that is based on commonly adopted industry standards. And then we here in this room are the ones who would encourage hundreds of application developers to take a look at that data, realize the power of that data, and build apps for millions of devices, no matter if those are iPhones, Android phones, Windows phones, iPads, any kind of tablets, because there is an enormous value to the citizens who would use that open data to improve their lives. And that is to be enabled by the cloud, that is to be enabled by the public sector. And the fourth one that I would like to offer, and I really want to use this forum to encourage Brussels to examine the public procurement of information technology based on European structural funds and instrument for pre-accession. The current public procurement model calls for the procurement of assets, no matter if those are hardware or software. The current public procurement model does not even touch the opportunity to procure services from public clouds. If we enable the procurement of services using European structural funds, we will create an opportunity for creating a critical mass for the adoption of public cloud computing. Thank you very much.
Well, that was